Hello and welcome to The Villain Was Right, the podcast where we look at movies and TV shows from the villain's perspective and dare to ask, were they really all that bad? I'm your host, Craig Fay.
And I'm your host, Rebecca Reeds.
And this week we're continuing Kinda Scary Movie Month with a kinda scary movie, Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Love it.
Yeah.
I already knew I loved it, though.
So you had seen this before.
Yeah, I'd seen this a couple of times.
Oh, really?
I like it. It's a good comedy. It moves. It's quick. You know what I mean? It's just it's a good movie.
Yeah, I felt watching it for the first time. I was like, oh, this is an excellent companion piece to Cabin in the Woods.
Yes.
No,
that's similar vibes.
Similar vibes, but different enough where you're like, oh yeah, this is it. And I think I had this confused with, and I was trying to figure out what I had it confused with, because to me this was a completely different movie. I had it in my head as something that was completely different. And I think there was a Canadian TV show called Todd versus the Book of Evil or something.
Okay, yeah.
And I think I was mixing them up. Or this movie became a TV show or something. And apparently I knew nothing about that.
Buddy, I've been wiping words all week like that. I saw an ad the other day that said, I thought it said free therapy for comedians. But it said free therapy for Canadians. And I immediately was like, oh, dude. My first thought was, these ads are getting too specific.
Yes.
And then the second thought was, maybe I should up my therapy.
Yeah, a little Freudian.
Yeah. That's not good. Anyway, sorry.
But yeah, fun movie. I enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah. This movie, I think it moves. It's funny. It's got some good beats to it. You kind of get why everything happens, but then it also jumps the shark enough.
It does, yeah.
But enough, because I am a strong believer that all horror movies should have strong elements of comedy.
Mm-hmm. And this certainly does.
And campiness and fun. And yeah, I just think it's a great movie.
Yeah, and guys, if you have not seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil, basically it opens up with we've got these college kids are in a car,
the Omega Betas, with the ladies
and whatever, and they're acting like just the perfectly done early 2000s douchebag. I cannot even, the popped collar.
Those were my people, Chris.
Those were my people too. Those were my people too.
How dare you?
I had a few friends with the pop collars. Yeah. We all did. But they're they're driving up to go camping somewhere, and they're kind of goofing off, and they get cut off by these two scary looking hillbilly guys who are just glaring at them. Probably because they cut them off in traffic, but we don't know that yet. And they stop at this gas station, and there's a guy there who says, you better get what you need. This is the last gas station for miles, all the rest. And then the perspective sort of switches to the two scary hillbilly guys who are in the same gas station as them. And they turned out to be kind of lovable, not even idiots, just slight idiots, but in the most mild way ever. Other than that, fairly well spoken. They're going up to their brand new summer house. Tucker, played by Alan Tudyk, has bought this, and his best friend Dale is coming to help him clean it up. Yeah. And Tucker's trying to be like, hey, you should go talk to those girls because you're smart and you're good looking and you got a good personality and you should go talk to them. And Dale goes sitting there with a scythe that he's holding because they're gonna go clean up the yard and everything, and says the most scary shit in the world while just trying to smile. They all freak out, get in the car, and drive away. Anyway, turns out that these college kids are then camping not too far from where Tucker and Dale are. Tucker and Dale are going fishing late at night, and one of the girls, Allison, basically sees them as she's about to go skinny dipping, falls off a rock and hits her head.
Yes.
So they jump in and save her, but her friends all think that they're trying to eat her face. So they run away in terror. So they take her back to the cabin, and they take good care of her. And the students become, especially Chad, the kind of alpha leader, the bully, basically decides that these people are trying to kill them, And, you know, there was this hillbilly massacre that happened like 20 years ago, you know, where a hillbilly killed a bunch of college students. And he's like, it's the same thing. Also very clear that the cabin that they've just bought belonged to that killer, but nobody picks up on that. And basically they go and try and like ambush a guy, and one guy like jumps headfirst into a wood chipper because he like Dale moves inadvertently at the last second. Another guy like runs at them with a stick and then falls in a hole and impales himself. Another guy's running through the woods and impales himself on a thing. So like everybody thinks everybody's out to kill each other. They start trying to wage war on these hillbillies who don't understand it. And basically trying to get this girl back who is just having a good time with Dale.
Yes.
And basically the cops then finally come, and he trips, or like he hits something in the cabin, and it like knocks something down and like drives a nail through his head. So he's dead. And then another kid grabs a gun and shoots himself with it accidentally. And
which is so dumb.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
And then Chad basically goes nuts and is like, I'm going to kill these guys no matter what. And the sort of reveal is that maybe he was the daughter, or he was the son of the one woman who survived the massacre, and he himself is a hillbilly by genetics or whatever. Anyway, he gets his face burned and he becomes like this, like the actual killer. And they kick him out of a barn window, and he survives and kills the News Squad a little later in it starts with the News Squad being killed. Yeah. And that's
a horror movie classic.
Oh, and then at the end,
we start with something and then we go 3 days earlier.
Yeah. Oh, and then at the end, Dale goes bowling with Allison, and they kind of like each other.
Yep. Roll creds. It's a tight movie. I like it. So we are here to defend the villains, who basically is mostly Chad.
Yeah.
It's mostly Chad, and by some extension, the other students.
Yes.
Like the other, the frat
I would say
boys.
those are the main villains of this for sure.
Absolutely. Maybe the cop.
Yep.
Maybe the cop. Maybe. And so there's a couple of things here. Number one, and I just want to start with, take this woman to the hospital.
Yes.
Take her to the hospital. That is the most insane move I've ever seen. I, too, if I was witnessing this, I would be, like, very suspicious. I'd be like, this is nefarious activities. Okay, obviously, they're, like, keeping her captive or something.
Yeah.
All of their assumptions they make are perfectly correct, I think.
I would agree.
Like, do not... Okay, first of all, let's just start, gas station. Okay, so you cut us off. Okay, you almost caused a car accident. Then we get to the gas station and you start hitting on me while you're holding a weapon? a weapon? Craig?
See, and this is where the hillbilly part of it really comes in, because I think they just think of that as a tool, you know?
Yep.
I can hit on you when I'm holding the hammer.
Absolutely not.
No?
You cannot.
So you're a no tool lady.
Not a kitchen knife, not a drill.
That's right. That's a tool, but a weapon.
Yes. Not a nail gun, which comes up later.
Yep, that's true.
I don't want you to hold anything. I don't want you to have your... That's like walking up to me with your fists up. Like, being like, do you want to go out with me? No.
In that old school boxing stance. Where you're like, what a pretty lady.
Yes.
What a pretty lady.
And I know this guy's like, oh, look at this judgmental bully man. And I'm like, no. In that instance, it's like, yes, please step away from us. You're terrifying us.
Yes. And also, it is worth pointing out that these are like young college girls. They're very, very small. Mm-hmm. This Dale probably outweighs them by like a good 100 pounds. Easy.
And
he's got that blue collar working man muscle. You know what I mean? Like that guy can that guy can probably lift the back of a truck if he needs to get it out of them. You know what I mean? Like not for a long time, but like a little extra like oomph to get it up over like a rock. It's just, yeah.
Is that your bar? Is truck strength?
Yeah, I think so.
There's two types of people. There are people that can lift trucks and people that can't.
I'm just saying,
can lift a truck.
Your truck is stuck in the mud, right?
Oh, we'll give it a good push.
I'm just saying, rear axle.
We found it.
There we go. So anyway, he's got to be aware. He's got to be aware of how he presents himself when he's approaching someone.
For sure.
Is my point, right?
He looks insane. Okay, so then he watches this woman not only hit her head to the point where she's out, okay, which I believe means to some degree you must have a concussion.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not a doctor. I don't know. But I would run the assumption that we need to bring you somewhere because maybe you shouldn't be passed out or like, I don't know. And
No, Rebecca, losing consciousness is, it's not just a fun little thing. That's like a serious, that's not like a oopsie, I got knocked out and I fell in a hole. That's like that's a serious call 911 medical emergency.
Absolutely. So yes, secondarily, not only does she pass out, but she passes out in the water. I'm like, you don't know if she has water in her lungs.
She could have spontaneously inhaled. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, you don't, so like, yeah, it's nice that you wrapped her head up in a comical medical wrap, but you got to take her to see a medical professional.
She needs a CT scan for sure. And here's the thing. At the end of the movie, Tucker, who has his fingers chopped off and I think is shot at one point.
His bowling fingers.
Yeah. Yes. Is taken to what looks like a very modern medical facility. Like he's in a hospital.
Yeah.
So clearly one is within
So you're saying it could happen?
Yeah, you can get a girl to a hospital.
Within the community somewhere.
I'm not going to blame him for not going that night. You know, rural roads at night, that's bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if she's stable, she's breathing, you know, but...
I don't know how bad you want it.
How do you know?
How bad you want it. Okay, you should be willing to risk your life for this pussy. Let's go. Get the truck wheels turning. Okay?
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
And then she gets hit a second time, knocked out a second time. Leave.
Yeah.
Leave. Okay?
If you got a concussion twice on your first date, that date's not going well.
No. At a certain moment, I'm going to be like, this guy's probably responsible for some of this.
Yeah.
Maybe not all of it, but some of it.
Oh, maybe I just don't want to be around someone that's that careless with a shovel. You know what I mean?
So I totally get why Chad and the rest of these kids think... You know, these are bad guys that are keeping this woman hostage.
Yeah.
And we have to do something about this. Now, the stance we shouldn't bring in other people is questionable.
It's wild.
And you know me, Craig. I don't love calling the cops. Okay, that brings me no pleasure, no joy, not something I want to do. That is a last resort, but it's a thing that maybe needed to happen.
Regardless of cops, emergency services need to be. You know what I mean?
The fire department, somebody.
Oh, the fire department would have de-escalated this situation so fast. A paramedic would have been like, "Oh my God, what happened? Yeah, she fell or done." None of this like machismo holding my gun. Mm-hmm. The other thing, and we'll get to like that interaction in a second because like that to me was really the point. Like when the sheriff shows up, and it's like, oh, that's the point where it's like, okay, all of this should have been over. But before that happens, the first person to die is, and I missed this in my recap, is they all draw straws as to who's going to go up to the cabin door to knock on it to see if they're there and if their friend, Allison is there. And while that is happening, Tucker chainsaws into a beehive, into a stump that he's clearing, and comes out from behind the cabin, waving a chainsaw around, trying to get at these bees. The kid thinks he's being chased by a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And also runs, and that's when he impales himself on like a stick in the woods. Everyone is wrong in this.
Well, yeah. So watching that, all I kept thinking was, I don't think that's going to do anything to bees or hornets or whatever they are.
No.
I don't think a chainsaw. You can't bring a chainsaw to a bee fight.
No, it's not going to do anything.
If anything, it's just slowing you down.
Yes.
Drop it.
And then you can really wave the arms.
Yeah, full run. Okay, just full tilt.
The other thing is, I don't know a person in the world who would then, because like a chainsaws all have like dead man switches, right? Like you release them, they stop running. Being that like if anything happens, it stops running, right? I can't think of, like, I wouldn't have the wherewithal to keep holding down that trigger on the chainsaw.
Yes.
Right? I would have dropped it immediately and run.
Absolutely. And this is why not only do I think our villain is right in most percentages, but also that our heroes should have some charges drawn up.
Yeah.
I absolutely think so. And they should at minimum be sued.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I know that this is like private property and not a workplace, but the workplace health and safety, my God. You don't drop a chainsaw? These are blue collar workers. These guys know how to work.
You would hope.
You know? Like these guys rig up like a pulley system. I trust it. You know, these guys know how to hoist a thing.
Yeah, yes.
You know?
Yeah.
But they're acting like they've been drinking all night, which they have.
Well, they have
which
been.
they have, yeah.
Okay, the second thing I wanted to bring up in this scene, because this kills me every time, because I'm like, could a person even really do that?
Yeah, could they run fast
enough to impale themselves on something that didn't look that sharp?
And through themselves, too.
It looked like thick. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like him running at a knife.
Sure.
Okay, where a knife is going to have less resistance. I'm like, you're telling me this kid was running so fast that he impaled himself and kept going. Can you do that? Is that a thing?
I don't
kept watching it going, I don't know. I was like, it's fun for the movie.
Because here's the thing. Yeah, like I think if it was like, let's say, a sharpened metal spear.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's what, you know, basically they're for in combat, right? You put them in the ground and like...
People run into them.
The horse runs into them and like whatever. But yeah, like wood can certainly break sharp.
Yeah.
You know? But like to run fast enough that it goes all the way through your chest.
Because it's a track star.
I don't know, and I should have looked this up.
It was the Usain Bolt of killing himself.
Right? Like, I definitely think if you fall on a...
Oh, no, the impalement later makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. The wood chipper also makes sense to me. We've hit a nerve with Craig. Talk to me about it.
I do not trust... I've said this before on the podcast. I do not trust people with knives, power tools, and fireworks. Right?
Oh, yes.
Because I do not trust them to be aware enough of their surroundings not to hurt themselves or hurt others.
Well, nobody does a check. You know what I mean? Like, you can just go buy those things.
Exactly.
There's no paperwork. Yeah. There's no, hey, here's the rules.
I'm using a circular saw.
Yeah.
I know where my fingers are. I know that I'm not going to cut my hand off with a circular saw. I do not trust you.
Well, then you're not my cousin. All right, la-dee-da, Craig.
Yeah, exactly. I don't trust other people to be aware enough of their surroundings to know they're not going to cut their own fingers off.
Yeah, for sure.
And I also think that is borne out to be real. Like, and wood chippers are just the nightmare machine for me for that, because it's like, I don't know how you're allowed to just have an open thing that can chew up a whole tree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like into chips. Like it just seems like that's the worst accident waiting to happen.
For sure. Oh no, there's a few things that are like that, and yeah, wood chippers way up there. On it was like we were talking about the what is it? The bleachers that go in.
Oh yeah,
it's
on
like
the faculty,
if I'm
yes.
walking around a wood chipper, I'm giving it a wide berth. I'm a clumsy girl. I'm always covered in bruises. Okay, I don't know where the end of the table is in my own home.
Yeah.
And it's been there the whole time.
Yeah, you probably have that permanent bruise on your shin because every 3 days or so you walk by and
I do not know where it is.
Right? Oh.
Wide berth on a wood chipper.
I see these guys like, Toronto, city people like out like clearing brush and stuff like that in parks or like clearing hydro lines, and they got these wood chippers going, and they got pylons out and they are all looking safe. But I just go, it's a giant hole that chews things up and spits it out. It's just a matter of time, though, right? Like it's just a matter. I can get how like you could operate that for a day and you'd be fine, but at a certain point, you're just like, this is just statistics, right? Over a long enough time frame, how is everyone not being eaten by a wood chipper?
I don't know.
That
might be one of the things they've updated tech on. There might be some sort of signaling or something.
Like a laser or something in there that's like...
Well, no, or if it just... Yeah, I have no idea. I'm like, right? I don't know how they fix them, but hopefully they have.
It seems unfixable. That's why.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, you've seen those circular saws that, like, if you touch it with your finger... or like a table saw, it basically like locks up.
Yeah.
And like you get a little nick, but you're fine. It destroys the table saw.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think you can do that for something that big.
Because that's kind of what I was thinking.
Right. Yeah. But I don't know if you can do it for something that big and monstrous. Anyway, that is, I think, the worst way to die that anyone dies in this. Jumping head first into a wood chip. Well, feet first would be worse.
Oh, yeah. That would, yes. I'd never thought about it, but yes. Not even, you're getting no pushback from this side of the table. That took 1 second to decide for me. Yes. Absolutely. Take me out first. Okay, so their building's fucked. The kids shouldn't be there, but I'm like, this is... I think maybe if you have... Here's my argument of what gets the cop, okay? If these beams come down like that, why are we starting in the yard?
Yeah.
I think this to-do list is out of order. If you have deadly beams coming down to put nails into your skull, honestly, it's probably what I'm doing first.
Just a little patch job.
Just something quick. Quick.
Little 2x4 nail gun that thing into the...
We'll make it better later.
But it's safe first.
We need to just walk around this place and say, is anything here going to kill us? And let's do that first. Let's not worry about getting all the yard tools out.
Yeah,
okay?
Let's not focus on digging a latrine hole, like a new shitter hole.
Yes.
And by the way, huge shitter hole. Like it's confused for a. Is that not how big it should be? Well, I think they should be deeper than they are wide. It's confused for a grave. The teenagers think that they're
maybe they're getting like
grave.
a deluxe outhouse.
And absolutely. And here's the thing. Yeah, and if you're digging it for a septic tank, obviously it's got to be big. But two. But in terms of safetying the place, you can shit in the woods for a weekend.
Yeah.
You can dig a little hole and fill that in for a weekend. And then once the place isn't falling down and murdering people, then you can do the really nice outhouse. And let me tell you, there can be some really nice outhouses. You can really do those up real nice. They're pleasant.
think the death of the cop is 100% their fault.
Yes. Negligence, to be sure.
Yeah, you guys didn't fix the thing. It got him the same way it almost got you.
Yeah.
Think about it for 1 second.
Yeah.
Also, I think the advice of just go up to them is don't do that.
What do you mean?
Don't bother these kids. They're all out together. Don't. What do you?
At the gas station.
What do you think's gonna happen right now? Oh, great. Yeah. Okay. Come hang out with you guys. Or we're clearly driving in from somewhere. We don't even live close together.
Yeah.
You got me a helmet as my gift as a joke of the time I almost died twice.
And by the way, all my friends died.
Yes.
I don't think this movie gives enough weight to that. Like,
It really kind of breezes past some of the deaths.
like, don't get me wrong. It is very nice that she is able to see past stereotypes.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, actually, Dale's a really nice guy, and my friends have gone a little nuts. But, like, we've all spent a weekend with people or been at a party with people, and it turns out that they're not. You're like, oh, these aren't the people I thought they were.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I actually like them. Mm-hmm. That's fine. You can have that revelation over a camping weekend. But when they die, you're still like, this was someone I cared about enough to go away on a weekend with.
Yes. And I watched some of them die.
Like, all of these people are so traumatized.
My favorite scene in this whole movie, just because I find it so unbelievable, is when she gets them to sit down and have a cup of tea.
Sure.
Because she's a psychology major. And she's like, we're going to work this thing out. And I'm like, there are so many people who've died. I think we're past this point. I think we all need to leave collectively.
Yes.
Just get out of here. Get out of this area. Go talk to some people, some authority. Somebody's got to come get these bodies.
Yes.
Somebody's got to come clean up minimum.
Yes. Someone got to figure out what's going on here, right? Objective third party. You're not resolving this.
An insane stance.
No. I will say she is right that it's all about miscommunication. There's a lot of miscommunication.
Funny. It is not subtle. This movie is, I would not call it subtle at any moment.
Yeah. The one thing I will give to Tucker and Dale in this is the first, we can't call the cops. Don't you know what this looks like? Where I've been like, actually, yeah.
Yes. Every time you're like, no, you got to get somebody else in here. And it's like, no, this one, you cannot explain this.
They're like, what are we going to tell them? That we were minding our own business and these college kids started killing themselves all around us? And I was like, yeah. Like, it doesn't matter what happened. It matters what it looks like. And I was like, absolutely. Now, I do want to go back to that scene where the cop shows up, though.
Sure, yes.
Because he shows up. Like, the kids do the right thing where the one kid goes to the truck and goes and gets help. And help comes. Mm-hmm. And that should have been the end of it, right? The sheriff rolls up, and Tucker and Dale are moving a bloody torso, right? They are pulling the guy out of the wood chipper.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, caught red-handed. Listen. I can't believe I'm saying this. You see two men moving a torso.
Yeah.
You come out with your gun drawn. I think that is a reasonable reaction.
And a matching set of handcuffs.
Yes.
Just until we...
maybe there's a good explanation for this. There isn't.
Yes.
Right? Kids, get out of the truck. We're going to handcuff these two guys. Mm-hmm. We're going to put them in the back of the truck because you were carrying a torso. There is not there is not a civil oversight committee who would bat an eyelash at that. You know what I mean?
I feel like this is in the same league as I fell on his dick. Tuna, it was an accident. I fell on his dick.
What, for cheating?
Yeah.
Over and
it
over
feels
and
like
over.
it's the same.
Yeah.
It's in the same level of I'm sorry, I'm just not going to be able to believe you on that one.
Right.
Sorry.
Let's just...
Yeah.
Yeah. So absolutely, if these kids have come to from the sheriff's perspective, he's like, these hillbillies stole our friend.
Sure.
And the sheriff's a little like, okay, no, I'm sure this is a misunderstanding. We'll figure this out.
They're stoned. They're on acid.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They were in the woods. They got a little spooked. But when you show up and two men are holding a bloody torso, okay, well, now the kidnapping thing is legit. And then the sheriff goes, but he doesn't do that. He says, no, we've got the girl inside. Well, don't go in the house without your gun. Like, don't go in the house with the two guys.
No.
Right? You safe it. You go, is there anything I need to know? You call for backup.
No, this man is not a good cop.
No.
Also because he pulls them over for, I think, a broken taillight, and he's clearly drinking.
This is Appalachia. I don't know. There's certain rules that... it's a light beer.
Honestly, Chad kind of reminds me of a comedian.
A specific comedian or comedian in general?
Comedian in general.
In what way?
Well, his parents are fucked up.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, he likes to talk about his trauma fireside in front of an audience. I go, hey, that's a comedian's trait.
Loves an audience.
I'm not gonna lie to you. And it feels like, honestly, in his vengeance, has a sense of humor about himself, you know?
Sorry. In what way?
Well, he doesn't seem too bothered by missing half his face.
Oh, yeah.
He seems into it. Tying somebody up on a sawmill is zany.
That is zany.
It's zany. You gotta give me that. That's pretty zany. That's comical.
That's cartoon character.
Yes.
Twisting mustache.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean the defense I really want to hang my hat on for Chad is that, first of all, clearly he has been unwell this whole time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's already stated that his mom is in like a psychiatric ward. Like not her fault, but you know what I mean? That's where you know what I mean? And they never found the father's body. And then we find out at the end of the movie that his father was the killer. He needed somebody to look in on him and go, hey, do you need help?
Yeah, maybe this is a triggering scenario for you.
Not even just a triggering, obviously it's a triggering scenario because this is the exact location of, what you think to be is your father's murder, but at least a major tragedy. Okay, very tragic, very dark things have happened here, and they affected you directly. Okay, you had to live with your grandparents your whole life. Somebody at some point should have checked in on this kid.
They're like, you sure you want to go there?
He needs help. This man needed help.
And I don't know the geography of Appalachia that well, but it feels like if they are big city college types with frats and all the rest, there would be closer woods.
Yeah, you would have.
This seems real remote. You know what I mean? Like,
seems targeted,
right? Like,
seems like one of his friends were being a bad friend.
Yeah, or maybe this was his idea the whole time. I don't know, but maybe he's just trying to overcome his fear. Since we are trying to defend the villain here.
Yes,
yeah,
although that is interesting that he brought them all up there to murder them.
Oh.
That's kind of it. I find that interesting as a thought that
And just
he was his plan the entire time was he was already having kind of a break and showed up there and was like, I'm gonna bring them all to the hot spot.
I like this. Yeah. And he
And
was
then
planning on
relive
killing
it.
them anyway. And they
I mean, it doesn't help our argument, but I like it. It's an interesting
Tucker and Dale
thought.
are just like in the middle of it, which they are pretty much for the whole movie. But
Yeah, I want to watch it because he's really down immediately.
yeah.
He is immediately like, no, let's not call the cops. It's us versus them.
He breaks the cell phone, which like, come on.
Although I will say he is right. The cop did nothing.
It's true.
It was a waste of time.
It's true.
He was correct in that respect. Okay. I think he did have a point there.
Yeah.
You know?
And he goes, no rules out here. It's us versus them. If you can't handle that, then maybe you deserve to die, which is a pretty extreme thing to say. But also,
I think so.
But also, the way that some of these kids die, you're like, you can't handle yourself out here.
No,
You know what I mean?
No.
Like, again,
I actually don't know how you're alive up until this point.
how are you able to operate a motor vehicle?
Yes. Totally.
Like like running into something so hard you impale yourself, tripping over a stick and impaling yourself. Like these are not running so hard into a wood chipper, like diving headfirst into a wood chipper, like setting each other on fire accidentally. Like it's comical how unaware these people are of their surroundings.
I just keep telling myself they're high.
I mean,
I'm like, they're
this
high,
happens
they're
over
high,
a
they're
couple
high.
days. I hope that would have worn off by now.
Well, I just assume they kept smoking. They seem like the types.
True.
But even if they're not, they're absolutely off their rockers. I can't imagine attacking somebody. If I really need to get out of a situation, I need you to know that I have assessed the area a bit. I've gone, okay, I'm going to look where I'm running. I'm going to go, oh, maybe they have a weapon on them. Let's look for that. I'm not going to point a gun in my own face.
Oh, God.
That was my favorite one, though. So
It's like, well, you know what's going to... That's also one of the more believable ones, too, where you're like, yeah, I see why you'd go for the gun in that moment.
And I just think the actor does a great job of looking absolutely dumb as rocks.
Yes.
I think they do a great job with their face.
Yeah.
I'm like, you are giving such idiocy. It's incredible.
One day I was like, oh, you got to take the safety off.
Yeah.
And Tucker's just like, don't tell him that.
Yes. Yeah. And his
What's
whole
that?
thing is he's Dale's very good at trivia.
Yes.
He's so good at trivia. He has this photographic memory. And I go, and you can't get yourself out of it at all. Like, you keep doing the dumbest shit every move. You haven't watched one medical program?
Not one?
Yeah. To help these kids out. Although I love his thought of they're all trying to they came here to all commit suicide.
I mean, if that many people accidentally, quotation marks there, off to themselves on my property, I guess maybe I'd think the same thing, because I'd be like, there's no way that anybody here is that uncoordinated or that accident prone, you know? This isn't a mudslide that took out a whole camp. This is this is so many people tripping and falling on sharp objects that defies explanation.
I got to tell you, I would be selling that property.
Yes.
Number one, would be selling that property. Number two, if I am Allie, I do not want to see you guys ever again.
No. I don't care if you did bandage me up. You are the center point of one of the worst fucking weekends of my life. You're never recovering from that.
Yeah, no offense, Craig, but I think if you and I were in that situation, I think we'd just have to shake hands and walk away.
What if we were... Sorry, who are we in this situation? Are we Tucker and Dale in this situation? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we just got to shake hands and be like, listen, we need to take
We'll take a knee.
Yeah, we're gonna
Cottage
take a knee.
life is not what we thought it would be.
No. Although I do love a project. I do understand the thrill of showing up to a place. First of all, that dirty. Oh my goodness.
True.
Now that would have been my first move.
A good clean for sure.
Yes, let's clean up the place that we're sleeping.
Yeah, get rid of the cobwebs, dust off a few things,
Dude, the other day in my house, sorry, this just made me think about this. This is crazy. Or like to me, I was just like, oh, didn't need to know that. There was a big moth in my house and I killed the moth and it was on the floor and I went, because I was running late. And I was okay, I'm just going to deal with that when I get back. Like when I get back, I'll clean that up. And something had eaten it by the time I got back. I was like, that's not what you want to see.
Something big or?
No, like probably a mouse, like rodents eat.
Okay.
Moths.
Okay.
But still, I was just like, yeah, you don't want to know that.
I didn't know that.
I don't want to know that about my home.
Kind of like the house centipede paradox.
Yeah.
Where like they're that big because they have that much food, and you're like, oh no.
Oh, what are you eating? What are you eating that I'm not seeing?
Why are you that well fed?
I'm stressed. Anyway, it made me think of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love just a little something to just work on and build up and
yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the woods, nice and quiet. You sit there with your cup of coffee. They got a little pond, a little lake there. You know what I mean?
There's something about just having a cup of coffee in nature. Where you're just sitting there and you go, these things, maybe they shouldn't go together. I mean, we live in Canada. We shouldn't even have coffee.
Yeah.
But here we are with a cup of coffee in the middle of the woods.
You know what it is? It's like, I think it's like all your senses are sort of being calmed at the same time.
The steam coming off of the
steam,
cup.
that's like...
The steam.
You feel the coolness of the air, the stillness of and the quiet, right? The smell, the temperature, like it's perfect.
Yeah,
I want a cup of coffee on a dock.
Yeah. Do we have anything else for our?
No, you know what? I think he got blown up. I think that would piss me off. Yeah. Like I think we're finishing the job at that point. You know what I mean? The point at which you blow my house up or blow me up in your house and I'm like a two-faced guy. Yeah, I'm gonna...
I mean, I just don't like... the only thing I would disagree with is the alley turn. You know, that's what makes him actually sinister.
This is true, yes.
Is that he's taking it up. But if it was still those two guys, you killed all my friends. In my eyes.
Right.
In my eyes, you've killed all my friends.
Involuntary manslaughter, at least.
But like a lot of it.
A lot
like
of
not like a little bit, not one whoopsie. We had several whoopsies. If anything, I'm doing this for the world at this point. Because you two have an energy about you.
I would give you, for like, 4 or 5 involuntary manslaughters, I think you earn 2 second-degree murders. Which is the passion of the moment. I need to take vengeance on these guys.
Yes. And I keep going back to your idea, like, if it was his father's curse that actually made them, like, kill themselves, in a sense. Like, he was you know what I mean? His bad, the anniversary. Ooh, I like it. I want to watch this movie again with that thought in mind. That's what I want to do. I want to watch this with that thought in mind. There's something happening, and I like it, and I agree. Okay, I believe it is time to rank that villain. What do you got, Craig?
So I've got the hillbilly scale.
Great.
So on a scale of the Beverly Hillbillies to the Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, my.
Wide range here.
Yep.
I'm going to give Chad I'm going to rank Chad a Rebecca Reeds.
Unbelievable.
Just born that way, is who she is, is who they are.
Wow. Oh my God, you fucking lunatic. Oh, that's so funny. You shouldn't have gone second. Or you should have gone second. Oh, mine's definitely not as good. I did the trivia scale. So from good trivia, which I would consider old school Jeopardy, okay, all the way up to the most evil of trivia, which is your local pub hosted by a comedian.
Oh, I love that.
I'm going to give Chad a pretty bad one. I'm going to give him a celebrity weakest link. Kind of dumb and a little mentally out of touch.
I love it.
That is how I'm going to rank him.
Weakest link. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Oh, it came back.
It came back.
Oh, it's back. And it's the reason why I brought it up is because I watched an episode of it. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to lie to you here. I watched a couple episodes because I was just... It is such a weird show because, like, certain moments, it is questions that a literal child could answer. And sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. But also, like, there's the pressure of the clock and everything.
Sure, yeah.
Like, I'm not going to judge somebody too harshly on that. Although sometimes you get an answer and you're like, okay, buddy, we weren't listening at all. We are well off base. But then there'll be like a crazy question about, you know, maybe like the U.S. political system and what happened in like 89 or something. And I go, what is this? What is the swing? And they're like,
name a color other than orange.
But then they shit on the person that didn't get the answer, and it's like you softballed two easy ass fucking questions to one of these motherfuckers.
The third place presidential candidate.
It just feels vastly irregular. Yeah. I do not know what's going on, but also the lower bar questions are so low where I go, oh, we're not even trying out here, boys. It was fascinating to watch. Anyway, you're probably not gonna. I will say this: if you feel inclined to watch it, you're probably not gonna learn a lot. Learn a little bit, but not a lot.
That's fair. Hey guys, we're going to get to our heroes and villains of the week in a second. But first, a couple ways that you can support the podcast. So first of all, if you have a couple bucks, you can support us on Patreon. Patreon.com/thevillainwasright. That's a monthly subscription service where you get to support the artists that you love. Hopefully, that's us. And in return, you get some amazing benefits. So for us, at our $7 tier, $7 a month gets you 2 bonus episodes. Okay, so for kind of scary movie month, this month because I got married, so I married an axe murderer, and Rebecca has chosen a Carved, which is the Hulu Disney Plus. The pumpkin is killing everybody.
That's right.
So very different movies. So if you want to hear us talk about movies where the villain wasn't right, head on over to patreon.com/thevillainwasright, as well as we've got audience choice episodes and early release of ad-free episodes. So you can check us out there. And if you want to get in touch with us.
As always, you can email us at villainwasright@gmail.com. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. See our stupid faces saying stupid things. And that is at VWR Podcast. Got it. I remember.
After all these years, we finally remember the social handles.
I don't know. They're
or just
always
search for us as Villain Was Right Podcast.
It's there.
There.
You'll find us. It's there. And now it is time for our heroes and villains of the week. I have kind of. I don't know if she's she's dead. I would say like a slight villain, maybe. But I just had this situation that made me laugh really hard. So it was right before your wedding, the day before your wedding. I went to get my nails done. That's pretty much the only time I ever go get them done. Pay somebody is when I'm like, oh, I gotta go be nice, and I'm really rough. You know what I mean? I'm smashing into shit at all times. So if it's a wedding or something where people are taking a bunch of photos, I go, okay, I'll go get like the shellac on so that it'll look proper. It'll stay on. So I always go to this one place down the street from me. I love them. I call them. They always just say, come in right now. That's the kind of scheduling that I subscribe to. I love that. The deal is so good. If you get a mani-pedi, it's an incredible deal. I love going there. And I love going there because if they're dead, two people will work on you at the same time. So then it takes a half an hour to get your toenails and your fingernails done. Like wham, bam, boom, you're out the door. Brilliant. I love that. So as this is happening, so I've picked out my color, we're doing everything. And the woman who's painting doing my toenails, she nicked me, right? Which is honestly, it's just an occupation. Like, it happens, okay? There's no problem. There's no big deal here. You know, like, it honestly, I didn't even know. I just noticed it because my toe was red. Okay, I didn't even really feel it, to be honest with you. But then after that, so I watch her, so she nicks me. I'm like, not a big deal. Like, I don't say anything. But the funny thing is, she doesn't say anything. And I can so for the next 10 minutes, because for whatever reason, it would not stop bleeding. And so I just watched this woman have a full meltdown for 10 minutes, just trying to get this nail to stop so she doesn't have to say, because she's just trying. She does not want to say anything to me. She doesn't, because you know what, I get it. I'm sure you've been screamed at for this before. Okay, you probably have some form of PTSD or surrounding it, where you're just like, or trauma or whatever, being like, oh, I can't find, this woman's gonna get so mad at me.
Just like with the clippers, with like.
Oh yeah, because like when you're getting your cuticles cut.
Oh, okay.
So she's pushed them back and she's just trimming them, right? You know what I mean? To clean up the nail before you paint it.
Okay, so just a little too much. Like
and she just nicked me. That was it. But for whatever reason, like, she just caught enough of me it would not stop bleeding, and she was panicking the whole time. Anyway, my toe was big for 2 days, but that is fine. I could not stop laughing at her. I just thought it was so funny to watch this woman panic as I'm just bleeding and she's just melting down. And I'm in my head just giggling. I'm like, yeah, hey, that's going to happen. Like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? If I don't want to, you know what I mean? Well, I was going to say if I don't want to bleed, I'd do it myself, but that is just the equation for blood. I got to tell you. Anyway, so she's like, kind of my hero, honestly. I thought it was hilarious. I really liked it. What do you got for us?
We'll be going back.
Oh, 100% I'm going back. Listen, at these prices, she could cut off half of one of my toes and I'd still be like, well, she was trying. Everybody makes mistakes. Okay. At these prices, you can't find these prices.
Yeah.
This economy, Craig, please.
Yeah. No,
$75, Manny and Petty, both shellac.
And a little bit of blood.
You pay cash, no tax? Come on.
Great.
We got to keep the government out of this.
Gotta keep them in business.
Yes.
Support your small business.
Absolutely. I'm down.
Yeah, well, my hero of the week is very predictable. As you mentioned, I got married October 4th, earlier this month. Yeah. So this is kind of the first recording session we've had after that. So honestly, so many heroes involved with that. Rebecca, you emceed my wedding. You did an amazing job. You're a hero for that.
I had so much fun.
Yeah, the day went off without a hitch. Well, I was saying to you, it's like there was a couple hitches, but just small enough ones where my best man, Andrew Ivimey, producer of this podcast, felt like he could do something.
I love feeling useful. Right? I totally get that. I'm like, oh my God, a problem I can solve?
Right? You're like,
yeah.
Okay, all your planning was not for and Jocelyn Getty, Kat's maid of honor, we're all like at one point the button popped off my jacket and Jocelyn was there with a sewing kit and Andrew was like sewing it on as I had to go like talk to like the priest and the event coordinator and everything. So that was good. And as well, Kat bought me a beautiful watch before the ceremony.
Yes.
And she said, like, I know, this is like right before the ceremony, and she goes, like, I know, it's not size for your wrist because it's like the metal band or whatever. And so, like, you don't have to wear it for the ceremony, but, like, this is my gift to you. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's too bad because it's, like, really big. And Andrew ran down the street to a jeweler that he knew and had it resized for me within, like, 15, 20 minutes.
Putting out fires.
Putting out fires. And those were, like, the only hitches of the night, which was just like like just a little bit of friction to make you, like, appreciate how well everything's going, The speeches, oh my God, the speeches at this wedding.
I could not stop crying.
Oh,
The entire night. I was just crying the whole night.
Right.
Every time somebody started to speak, I was like, oh my God. This love is so pure.
Yeah,
I
like
just couldn't stop crying.
my two sisters got up and did a joint speech, and they were doing that like I'm cracking up, like I can't, I'm breaking, I'm crying, but then laughing at the fact that they couldn't control the.
So your sister's cry laugh was so funny,
Right?
but also touching. Like it was just.
It set the perfect tone for the night, where they're like
so
they're
good.
barely able to get through the speech because they're just laughing and crying so hard the whole time, and they're like trading off between the two of them. So when one gets bad, the other picks it up.
So
they get
good.
bad, and it was so good. Kat's sister did like a rhyming speech where she was like literally like I was like dropping bars.
No, it was
like,
very good.
like
When she
jokes.
started, I got nervous because I went, oh no. And then it slapped so hard that I was like, oh no, you did it.
Like
you did the
jokes
hard
and
thing.
wordplay
Yeah,
and, like-
you did the hard thing. I thought this was going to be maybe too core. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that seems like a risky move, but it paid off.
Yeah, Kat's parents did like a late night top 10 list.
So cute.
My dad like riffed on some stuff, like honestly, like in a room full of comedians, everyone's like, "Oh, I'm so worried to like talk in front of a room full of comedians," and I was like, first of all, not all of us were comedians. Second of all, you all rocked it,
Smashed it. Very fun.
very good. But obviously, the biggest hero of the day is obviously my beautiful bride, Kat.
Yeah.
And I said some very nice things about her at the wedding and the vows and the speeches. I won't repeat all of that here, but I do want to say, like this was a big hero moment for me this day, which was like when we were planning the wedding and trying to figure out what we were gonna do and everything. Kat turns to me one day. She goes like, I think I might change into sneakers after the ceremony. Is that okay with you? And I just looked at her. I was like, is that okay with me? Wear sneakers during the ceremony. Like I know who I'm marrying. Like I don't I love that girl, but she does not have strong ankles. You know what I mean? Like she's rolled her ankle like stepping off of a curb.
That's
it's
crazy.
Like, I was
That's
like,
so funny.
don't wear heels, man. Like don't wear. I know who I'm marrying. Like no one's like my perfect vision of Kat is like in a real like a stiletto. No one's thinking that, right?
That's not the vibe.
Not the vibe. So obviously I didn't know what she was wearing for the wedding, and we do the reveal. Beautiful dress.
The people's princess.
The people's princess. Gorgeous. And then she shows me that underneath her dress, she's wearing some like purple's the wrong word because it's like a purple pink. Anyway,
it's like a lilac.
Thank you. Chuck Taylors, right? Just the high top Chuck Taylors,
Nice.
with our names and the wedding date like embroidered into them, and I was like, oh, that's so fucking cool. And then I got a shot of her just like between, all the craziness and like photos and stuff. She's in the hotel room, just lying on a couch with her feet up and these Chuck Taylors in the air as she's on her phone. And I was like, that was my favorite picture of the night.
That was a really good picture. Yeah.
And so I put that on Instagram. Anyway, it was just a really fun night. I'm also, probably share more details next week because believe it or not, this is the biggest event of the month for me. So I'm going to keep talking about it. But so many heroes there. So thank you to Andrew, my maid of honor, Jocelyn, Kat's, and of course, Kat, my beautiful bride, Kat Angus from I Hate It, But I Love It. Yeah, that's my hero.
That.
Yeah.
So good.
So good. Yeah. And that does it for me. Where can people find you, Rebecca?
As always, you can follow me at Rebecca Reads on any platform of your choosing.
Yeah. And I believe as this comes out, it's today.
It's today.
It's today.
It's tonight.
Go see Rebecca's thing. If you're in Toronto and you're listening to this episode the day it comes out, go see that. I'll be emceeing it.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, I just
go
want to
see my
promote you, buddy.
special.
I just want to promote
I get
you.
it. Thank you. I am fucking stressed. I'm stressed the fuck out right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And you can follow me at Craig Fay Comedy on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, craigfay.com for show dates. And as well, I have an album coming out October 20th, World's Deadliest Cat.
I cannot wait for you to put out the promo video. It is my favorite thing on the planet.
It's going to be great. And full special to follow. So follow me on socials and the website for more details on that. And
Yeah, and next week we are covering, it is our audience choice, and the audience has chosen Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, the direct-to-video movie, which honestly actually slaps, and I'm very excited to talk about it. So this is The Villain Was Right, reminding you, you will turn into your parents.
love it.
The Villain Was Right was produced by Andrew Ivimey for the From Superheroes Network. For more great podcasts like this, as well as YouTube series, webcomics, and so much more, visit FromSuperheroes.com.